Nearly 11,000 drivers seeing your message every single day, while they're already listening to your radio ads. Ready to maximize your reach? Call your regional radio account manager today and put your business in front of eyes and ears across Central Illinois. Regional radio is where your message gets noticed.
WTIM. Good morning, Central Illinois, and welcome to the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Reed Kim. The Taylorville Park District has a new recreation director in Evan Mitchell, and he is our first guest this morning on the morning show. Evan, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Reed.
Yeah, no, it's good to have you in. So this is relatively recent that you got on. When was it? How long have you been in that position now?
A couple weeks.
Okay. Oh, just a few weeks already. How are you liking it so far?
Love it.
Nice. All right. So, and you've been quite busy. It seems we were talking a little bit off air about what you folks have going on. It seems like a long list, a lot keeping you folks occupied at the parks over the summer. The farmers market is a big thing, of course. I know a lot of folks are looking forward to. What do folks need to know about that?
Well, it's from 9 a.m. till noon, and it's the first Saturday. It's every Saturday, my bad, at Manners Park, now through September. And we're excited to have the farmers market there, and we hope that it works out well for them.
Okay, so now have there been any farmers markets yet this season, or are they yet to start?
Yes, we've had two already.
Okay. All right, so I haven't had the chance to go to them yet because I've had other things going on at those times. So have the vendors been set up like around the Chautauqua, along the road? How's that kind of worked out?
We've got some vendors inside the Chautauqua building, and then we have some vendors lined up in the parking lot in front of the Chautauqua building.
Okay, all right. So you got them kind of set up around there. What's been the reception from the vendors, from visitors about having it there as opposed to the square where it used to take place?
Well, I've gotten positive feedback from the vendors. They seem to like it. I'm not sure what obstacles they were facing on the square, but we're happy to have them here, and we hope that it works out for them.
Okay, so farmers markets, you said every Saturday through, was it September you said, or October?
September.
Okay. So through September and 9 to noon that's also what you said?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. 9 to noon. That's coming up, and I'm hoping to get out there at some point myself. So we got the farmers market. Walking per paws is something we were talking about earlier. I understand paws is spelled like, the feet on animals. Talk about that and what that event's going to be like.
Well, I'm not familiar with it. This will be my first rodeo with Walking with Per Paws. It's an event where people can raise money to help animals by walking their animals through the park. And it is put on by Paycourt and CCP. Emily Eason, that's her maiden name, Emily Ely, has organized that. And, we love having animals walking through the park. And so this will be a really fun event that'll help raise money for nonprofits.
Okay, nice. So you've got the event, got the pets coming out, and it sounds like you're raising money for a good cause too. So Walking Per Paws coming up, movie in the park. We've heard from some other guests about this, but I'm curious if you have any extra details to share about that at the end of the month.
Well, the shindig will start at 7:00, and then we will start the movie at sunset. The movie is Inside Out. I've never seen it, so it'll be my first time watching it. We have a big inflatable screen and a sound system that we put out at the Chautauqua building. And it's just something, it's kind of like a drive-in, only it's a bring your own lawn chair kind of thing. And that is sponsored by the Christian County Coalition and Taylorville Memorial Hospital. We plan to have some other movies in the park later this summer. When and what we'll be showing is yet to be determined. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And Yeah, Inside Out is Disney Pixar, and Disney Pixar always puts out great movies for families. So I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, and I can attest to that, having grown up around the time that many of those movies came out. So that was a pretty large share of what I have seen. And from other folks I've talked to, it sounds like there are a lot of organizations getting involved with that event beyond actually what you mentioned. So was this like the Prevention Coalition reached out to you folks, or was it the hospital? How did that arrangement kind of get started?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure that was set up and arranged before I had stepped into this position.
Okay.
So
yeah, no worries on that. No, I was just curious because I've heard about the event from actually some of those other folks. So yeah, Movie in the Park, May 30th is when that's happening, and yeah, can't wait to hear about that one as well. You've got the car cruises coming up this summer as well. Talk about that.
Okay, well, the first Friday of every month, the organization Small Town Taylorville and the 40 Mile Per Hour Car Club are having their car cruise at Manners Park. And we're having live bands at each of these. The ones later in the summer are yet to be determined. But the one coming up on, let's see here, June 5th, we have live music from local legends of the Antics. They've been around for a long time. A lot of people remember them from playing at North Lanes. And then later it was called Shortstop Lanes. So it's a familiar face to music lovers here in town. That's going to be sponsored by McLean. And then the music will start at 6 o'clock. The car cruise itself starts at 4. And then on July 3rd, the one that we're having in July is also going to be a 250th birthday celebration for America. We've got some fun things planned in addition to the car cruise, which, has a lot of great cars and food trucks and things like that. The live music that night is going to be Super Mario Speedwagon, which is another local favorite. And we're going to have lots of cool decorations for America's 250th birthday with lots of photo ops. And we're going to have a couple fun things like we're going to get a bounce house for the kids. For all of the history nerds, I'm a history nerd myself. In the dining hall, we're going to have a Park District history exhibit so people can come in and cool off for a minute and look at photos through the years of the Taylorville Park District. And then something kind of fun, kind of silly, that just speaks to American culture is we're going to be having a mullet contest. Whoever has the most glorious mullet, and this is all ages, young and old are welcome to participate. Whoever has the most glorious mullet will win a prize and the title of 250th birthday celebration mullet champion.
And there will never be another such title out there. So that's super cool.
Well, maybe whoever runs the park, I'm hoping whoever runs the park 250 years from now will have the second mullet championship.
Well, you got to put it on the calendar.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Put it on the calendar. Well, if you have like an electronic calendar, schedule it out.
Yeah.
250 years later.
I'm not sure if they go that far, but I'll give it a try.
No, it must. You can test it out during the commercial break, which we will go to, in fact, in just a moment. We're talking with Evan Mitchell right now, the new recreation director at the Taylorville Police Department, about some of the great events they've got going on there over the summer. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll hear about some other events going on here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
When it comes to connecting with America's farmers and ranchers, nothing beats the authentic voice of Ag Radio. Farm broadcasters have been the voice of rural America since 1944, building trusted relationships with agricultural producers across generations. Today, the network of over 140 Ag radio stations reaches farmers and ranchers during their most productive hours when they're actively working their operations and making business decisions. What makes Ag Radio uniquely effective? Farmers listen to farm broadcasters for information that directly impacts their livelihood. When your message is delivered alongside crucial weather updates, market reports, and agricultural news, it receives the same attention and credibility. Farm Radio Connects offers agricultural advertisers targeted access to this engaged audience through professionals who understand both broadcasting and agriculture. According to the National Association of Farm Broadcasting, 78% of farmers consider information from farm broadcasters highly trustworthy. When you need to reach rural America effectively, choose the voices they already trust. Visit IllinoisFarmRadio.com and discover how Ag Radio can elevate your agricultural marketing strategy.
It's never too early to start thinking about back-to-school preparations. Part of getting your kids ready for the new school year means making sure they're healthy. SIU Center for Family Medicine is here to help with back-to-school and sports physicals. Healthy kids learn better and play harder. Call 217-824-1134 today to schedule your appointment. That's 217-824-1134. SIU Medicine. Forward for you.
At Taylorville Estates Assisted Living, we take fun seriously, but we also take care seriously. Here you get the support you need without giving up the life you love. From help with daily tasks to delicious meals prepared for you, assisted living means less stress and more freedom. And when you're ready for some fun, we've got games, crafts, outings, exercise, and activities for every interest. Discover how easy and joyful life can be with the right support. Come visit Taylorville Estates Assisted Living. Call today to schedule your tour.
Albert Einstein observed, "A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new." This month, we celebrate a major milestone in the lives of local students and their families: graduation. Graduates, never let fear of failure keep you from trying new things or implementing new ideas. Seize the opportunities that are coming your way. Congratulations to the class of 2026.
Brought to you by TCCU, with locations in Taylorville, Hillsborough, Litchfield, and Pana. Member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Mark Sanders, and I'm your longtime host, interviewing Shelbyville and Shelby County community and business leaders every week. For some 10 years, WTIM, your information station, has originated its Friday morning show live from our downtown Shelbyville studios. Tune in on AM or FM or online every Friday from 8:40 to 10, brought to you by these great sponsors.
Family Drug, the Villas of Hollybrook, Shelbyville Manor, and CCSI Case Management Services sponsor the WTIM Shelbyville Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Reed Kamai, and I continue my conversation with Evan Mitchell, the Recreation Director at the Taylorville Park District, not the Taylorville Police Department, as I apparently incorrectly said at the end of the last segment. They have the same acronym, so that threw me off there. But we've been talking about some really exciting events they've got going on at the Taylorville Park District coming up. And I want to get to a couple others before we close out here. The Community Unity Concert is one of them. Talk about that.
Well, the Community Unity Concert is a faith-based concert with different music acts that's taking place on June 13th from 4 to 8 p.m. at Manners Park. It's a great place for fellowship and worship. And from what I understand, there was a tremendous turnout last year, hoping for the same this year. Should be a beautiful day, I'm thinking. Middle of June, right before it gets too terribly hot. So
yeah, no, that's beautiful. And I think I remember that being talked about last year too. If I'm not mistaken. So nice that will be coming back. So you've got Community Unity Concert in June. The Senior Lunch sounds like is something that is coming back. I'll let you talk about that one too.
Yes, I'd like to start off by saying I'm sorry to all of our seniors that we haven't had Senior Lunch. Of course, there's been the change of hands up at the office, and we're trying to get our ducks in the row with the health department and make sure that everything is up to snuff. So Senior Lunch is going to resume on June 11th, and we will be reaching out to everybody on our call list to let them know. And, you know, I used to work in a kitchen at a assisted living facility, and I've always enjoyed working with seniors. You know, they have a different perspective than somebody my age or younger. They remember the way things were, and I'm looking forward to speaking with them and having a good time and eating some good food.
No, that'll be great, and I think folks will appreciate getting that going again. So the senior lunch, you said June 11th, that'll start back up.
June 11th.
June 11th. All right, so you've got that to look forward to with the senior lunch, and also plenty of other things going on. You mentioned as well that mullet contest happening at one of the car cruises in the summer. And I did actually try it out. What I tried out was during the break, because we were talking about trying to do it again 250 years from now, see if you can schedule it at that point. With Google Calendar, you can only go until 2100. So really disappointed in that. I've been talking with Evan Mitchell, Rec Director at the Taylorville Park District. Evan, thank you.
Thank you, Reed.
And thank you for listening here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville.
96.1 FM Taylorville.
107.5 FM Shelbyville.
107.9 FM.